This is a quick how to play and review for Qwixx Deluxe. And I assume it would also apply to Qwixx. So let's take a look. It does have this cool magnetic clasp box. So inside we have all of our player boards. So this supports up to 8 players. The rules, markers, which I highly recommend getting a different set of markers. I haven't replaced them yet. And the dice. So everything fits in the box pretty easily. And let's take a look at the game. So I'll show you quickly how to play. So in Qwixx, the game ends when 4 of these -5 point things are checked off, or 2 dice have been removed from the game by getting all the way to the end of these tracks. And there's actually a second side of the board to play if you want like a more challenging thing where the colors move around. In order to play, you would take the dice. If you're, say there's multiple people, but basically you take the dice and roll them. And then you announce the sum of these two. So this would be 9. And anyone can put 9 on their board. Now the secret to this game is that all the tracks can be crossed off from left to right. So say you cross off this 9, you can't, and that was your first thing to cross off, the green 9, you couldn't later cross off 12, 11, 10. And, or if you're really poor decision and crossed off like a yellow 9 first, you would not be able to do it. So after people cross off 9 if they choose, then the starting player can cross off a sum of 1 white dice with 1 colored dice of that row. So this would be a really good one because you have a blue 12 would be a great starter because that's the very first one here. And if it's your turn, say it's your dice roll, you have to cross off at least one number during your turn, or you have to take a -5 penalty. The scoring's at the bottom, so it's pretty self-explanatory. And the number of X's in a row, you get that many points. So you could have up to 78 points here. As far as my review, I really like the gameplay for families and maybe late. I guess it's say 8+. Yeah, I guess around 8 is a good age because they know how to add, and then they can understand the concepts of this. I think it teaches some planning, but I would say as far as negatives, it does have a fair amount of luck. Like you could just get really unlucky with your rolls on your turn and be either forced to take a -5 or place a bad number, and it is kind of a race too. So if you get lucky in some ways with the numbers you choose, or the numbers you roll, or the numbers that come up in a certain order, you can win the game there. But I think it supports a lot of people and it plays really quick. I would say I recommend, and it's very inexpensive. I think it's on sale a lot of times around $10, so or less for the non-deluxe version. So I highly recommend checking it out. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you.